What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Persona 5. Alright, well, I have a lot of news kind of going on with me now. Yeah. We're going to the Madarame exhibit thing tomorrow. I fucking hate this segment of the game. I mean, this is the biggest slog to me. The pyramid level, a little bit redundant after a while, but this fucking... other than the palace being kind of cool, this one really kind of sucks. Again, it's still my opinion. But no, like I was saying, I've got a bunch of news. You know, if you've been following just kind of a good number of the stuff that I everything that I do lately. You know, my last Fire Emblem video, my the weekly show. I've been talking about how my workplace has been staying open. That changed. We closed today. Looks like I'm off for 2 weeks.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
Basically what I'm saying, I'm off for 2 weeks with pay, so guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be using this time to chunk through a lot of games, so hence, if you see a lot of Persona today and tomorrow, that's why.
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
Yeah, thanks, I'm glad you're happy about that.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors. Come now, I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
I stand. He is my least favorite companion in this game.
Painting and try something funny.
Well, Haru, from later on, is just very vanilla. She's a typical shy. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of Hinata from Naruto. I know that's a very odd comparison, but that's just... And I know that Hinata is extremely beloved, except by me. I know, there you go. Send your hate mail to whatever my comment section is. But no, Haru is extremely vanilla, but Yusuke is just... I don't know, I just fucking hate him. I hate him. I don't like the target from this area. Again, the only kind of cool thing is the palace.
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home? I guess we should do a quick pass through it once. Which way are we supposed to start?
You go counterclockwise, obviously. I actually don't know that. I personally hate art museums.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Yeah, I could maybe buy this whole humble, oh, I'm a hermit painter, blah, 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 blah. If it wasn't for, you being driven around to that fancy car when we saw you earlier.
Wasn't the word shack something?
And again, it's one of those, I get it. I'm not gonna rag on a rich person having a driver and the fancy car and everything. I'm not gonna rag on you for that. But don't try and act like, oh, I'm getting rid of worldly desires and my humble home that he calls an atelier, like a piece of shit. It's just a humble shack. Fuck off.
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people.
I'm getting crushed!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, all right?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. Thanks to that, I remember now.
About what?
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd. Anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun... I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious? I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info. And the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he
Can you not just say house?
Perfect timing.
I'm like, maybe this is just me being uncultured that I don't know what the hell an atelier is, but isn't it basically a house? Say house, home, whatever. There's other words. Atelier just makes it sound pretentious.
Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
Well, yeah, maybe, but if you go through your confidant, confidant ranks on your entire thing is about modeling.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be exactly what we need.
Well then.
Let's call it a day. See, I also think that this is another thing that I'm not a big fan of about this segment of the game. There's just so many times that it's, you know, oh, okay, we've got to have this cutscene and this cutscene and this. Oh yeah, it's not even necessarily the fact that they're cutscenes. It's just so there are so many days in this segment where we aren't given time to free roam and boost our social stats and to boost confidant ranks and everything. It's just, oh, you got here, you know, we went to this art exhibit. Well, let's go do something to boost a stat. Well, nope, we gotta go to bed. Okay, fine, we'll go to bed. And now this. It's just, all this stuff just racks up, and it feels like you're wasting a lot of time just in dialogue and not being able to really explore and do the really fun stuff that the game was really opening up to just a little bit ago. Like I said, I think it all gets a little better once Makoto's arc starts, and once you can get through the wall of the Madarame section. It's just, I keep saying it, this one is a freaking slog. Sorry, I'm going to see a number of his works, blah, blah, blah. Goodness, are they magnificent. The moment I saw them, I knew he was something else. By the way, you seem far removed from the arts, Kurisu-kun.
Here's a question.
Do you know who created the piece which sold for the highest price back in the 20th century? I believe that was Van Gogh.
Oh, not bad.
It seems you know a thing or two after all. The piece was purchased for the equivalent of 18 billion yen, and it sold for even more than that, whatever. However, since the turn of the 21st century, a new record has been set practically every year. Hey, did you know that? I had no idea. Maybe he actually is smart. Oh shoot, the teacher's glaring at us.
Nice going.
Yeah. People put a serious amount of passion and money into art. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't mind having a painting or two myself. Haha. Seems like art can make you a tiny sum. Let's see with our eyes whether or not the accusations of him stealing art are true. You're meeting Lady An and the others at the train station, right? Let's go in class. Let's out. Why would we meet at the train station? Wouldn't, you know, you'd think that we could all, you know, just go together.
Fine.
Oh god, I gotta read this. Phantom Thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know? The train is the fastest way to go, plus we can bring pets on here.
No!
Hey, who are you calling a pet? Dude, be quiet. We didn't pay the pet fare. I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me master.
Hey!
Ooh, kitty. Shoot. Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing. Yeah, it's a stuffed animal. Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
Hey!
You heard her. Press on its head. This is ridiculous. Meow. Ah, again. I should press it gently. This is my favorite option. I will say the segment does have some funny bits, though. That's so funny, I want to hear it again. Just threw up in my mouth. Seriously. The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side. Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, which line do we got to transfer to? Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station. What? Then we gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination? Stop your complaining. It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in, as expected of a famous artist. Looks like the fastest route to get to the station is to get to Station Square and then go to Central Street. Let's go. So then we have to go this way. Alright. I always get turned around when I have to navigate the train station. Maybe some of it is because, you know, I don't read the signs that they, you know, they have translated in English.
Wait,
Walk a bit. Okay, let's get going. But yeah, in the opening segment, when it's like, you know, you have to transfer from this line to the Ginza line.
Teacher at Shujin Academy.
You know, it's you have to go to this, to the Ginza line, to this line, blah, blah, all the stuff, navigating the train station. It's a small detail, but they since they've translated all those signs into English, it doesn't give you a marker on your map or anything. You just and you don't have to stumble around. You can actually read the signs and follow them. Like I said, small detail, usually something that's unimportant, but I like the effort that they went into for the localization.
Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone their natural temperament. Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
is that it?
We're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
Takamaki-san. You two are here as well?
Yeah, don't sound too happy to see us, dude.
Hey, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
This? Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse?
You know, I gotta give the voice actor some credit here, because I really do like the Yusuke's voice actor. Although, you know what? I think I'm starting to draw kind of like a weird trend when it comes to JRPGs. People with hair like Yusuke or Lorenz from Fire Emblem Three Houses, I usually can't stand their characters. It's something about that haircut. It usually goes with people of this personality type. I mean, I don't know, that just seem a little pompous. I don't know. I'm drawing some weird connections here.
He hated children so much to harm them, he would never allow pupils into his home. And I'm the one residing here and studying...
Well, maybe he allows them into his home so he can abuse them?
So it's beyond doubt.
I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
You might be lying about it.
That is utter rubbish. I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now.
A pompous asshole.
If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
What are you gonna do? You gonna fight me?
You really think that?
There's 3 of us plus a cat.
Yusuke. What's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worry for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down? Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
I had to hold back a dirty comment. I'm just gonna let it go.
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Whoa!
Hey, the...
Was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real, though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
You mean, like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
That's right. Let's try saying some things.
It's a bit sudden.
Why don't we start with castle?
No candidates found.
Then what about prison?
No candidates found.
What? Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
No candidates found.
Not a single hit.
Should we come back another...
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you guys didn't think of this first. I was thinking, again, when I first played this, I was thinking museum right away.
Really?
Believe it or not, I'm actually kind of decent with word games. Because also, believe it or not, I actually have I have a decent vocabulary, even though I use the F word about in 90% of my sentences. Oh shit, I actually have to read this. Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right. What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by a random enemy? You probably would have figured it out once you started walking on two legs. Yeah.
Hey.
So, even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana? Yep, in a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
What?
Forget that. Look. That shack is seriously some kind of museum.
Hey.
Let's go check it out.
It's so extravagant. To the point that it's gaudy. It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
A palace is a scenery driven by desires. Just like how Kamoshida's palace was a castle.
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves? Yeah, all those old man's fans were super strong and all.
That has nothing to do with this.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
Yes!
It's time we begin our infiltration. Are we gonna have to wait in that gigantic line? Don't be stupid, we're not going in through the front door. There's a high wall surrounding the building. We'll just have to find our way up, blah, blah, blah. You know, I think this is really how he thinks of that rundown shack. It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's just not hitting me that this is that old man's palace. That's why we're here, right? Come on, let's go check it out. No, like I was saying, I mean, it's kind of like Ryuji mentioned there, that this is kind of perfect for Phantom Thieves. I guess that really is why this is the second palace we infiltrate. Because, I mean, the first one, the castle, wasn't really very Phantom Thievish, if that makes, you know, if I can use that terrible made-up word. Well, you know, having us bust into a museum is a little bit more... It fits the theme. And I guess the term thematic would probably be better there. Either way. Like I said, I have a decent vocabulary when I can use it. Well, yeah, I think the museum is a little bit more thematic. Again, in the next sequence is a bank. But then we go into an ancient pyramid, and then a spaceship. So it's calm. Want to head inside. Let's do this.
How suspicious.
It's quiet. Almost too quiet. Hey, it's moving. Come on, we're in a palace that ain't anything to be freaking out over. The palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out.
See it.
Yeah, as I was saying, all in all, what I'm saying is, I think that the level design in this game, while it's still good, a lot of people don't like because I've been seeing like video essays and stuff like that on YouTube of people not really liking the spaceship level. Hold on a second, Joker. Let's take a look at the paintings first. Oh shit. I didn't mind that one, in all honesty. Oh hey, there's some kind of explanation here. Let me see. It's someone's name and age. What the hell? That can't be the title of this painting, right? Do you think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings too. I think there might be something important about them. Yeah, like I was saying, personally, I didn't mind the spaceship one. Is it my favorite? Honestly, I think my favorite is the bank level. I think that one is easily the best palace in the game. Again, I think it's thematic. I think it's got the best characters. Again, it introduces my favorite companion. It just, all in all, the bank sequence is my favorite, but
It's somewhere.
the casino one is also pretty cool, if not a little slow at times. I really do like the casino section. Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame is famous for having a variety of art styles. All the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the... Wait a sec.
Damn it.
Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one that was shit-talking Madarame. Natsuhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque. Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting of him here? More importantly, why is his name written under it? You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name? This is quite the mystery. Alright, let's keep looking around for now.
Focus. It's somewhere.
Wait!
Basically what I'm... Get to the dialogue here before I finish up my thought. Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy? It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it. Yes, I'm not calling him Kitagawa, because that bugs me. Huh? Wait a sec. What do you think these paintings are? I think you're right.
What?
For real? All of them? There was only Yusuke when we went to his place before. This must include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what the Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
I
No, basically what I'm saying is, I think level design in this game is very good. It is. I think all the levels are very thought out. Like I said, a lot of people don't like the Akumura Foods spaceship one. We're gonna investigate. Yeah, it's basically just the map. Again, I can understand why people wouldn't be fans of that. I can see why people wouldn't be fans of that that palace. But even then, I think it was still designed well. I mean, it kept with the theme that they were going for, the target of that that infiltration and everything. Again, it works.
Nice.
Yeah, 1 of 2, blah blah blah. This is all just shit about the map.
Treasure chest spotted. Oh!
Pearl, Snuff Soul, that's pretty good. And again, basically what I'm rambling about in circles here is that the level design in this game is good. I think that they design the levels thematically for, you know, for a pyramid level. If you're thinking thematically in terms of a pyramid level, it's really well done. But in the broader scope of the game, of how this game is more about you know, Phantom Thieves and everything, I would actually like them to go more about like what old heist movies. I think that they probably could have done some cooler stuff like that. You know, like how in this one we're robbing a museum, we're robbing a bank, we're robbing a casino, we're robbing. You know, I think there's a lot of stuff that they could have done with that instead of getting kind of wacky and doing a spaceship and a pyramid and a castle. You know, and hell, in all honesty, also the castle just reminds me too much of the Midnight Channel, the first Midnight Channel dungeon that you get in Persona 4, but again, that's just me.
Focus.
Look at this.
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Damn it, what a phony geezer.
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. This even says that they have no worth. Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him.
He's treating them like slaves or tools!
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this?
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
Yeah, let's do this.
That's what I'm talking about!
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
Why?
Confirm what, though?
It means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
A famous, renowned artist, huh? Wow, this might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
And again, another reason why I hate this segment of the game it keeps getting in its own way of, oh, we need to go out and learn more about Madarame and all this, but no other target do we have to do this shit. Again, the Okumura Foods spaceship one, but again, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, granted, I understand. You know, a lot of people think that the Okumura Foods section is the worst one. I disagree. Well, yeah, maybe in terms of the whole dungeon itself, it is the weakest. But at the same time, I don't hate it. You know, I mean, even this game in its weakest is still really good. I still give this game a 10 out of 10. What I'm talking about here is just some more. I would say some more subjective terms that you know, either you can take or you don't. You know, what you think thematically works and what doesn't. I mean, yes, I know I keep using the word thematically. But again, I still give this game a 10 out of 10. I still fucking love it. It's just, it's like I said, segments like this, and again, the sort of the spaceship one also has a similar issue, where, you know, you're introduced, we see the palace, we start infiltrating, and bam, now we have the new companion, we get kicked out. It takes a little bit to get going. This one, it's kind of the same thing. We gotta go talk to Yusuke, and then we go outside, and we get access to the palace, and we get to go inside just barely. Now we gotta run out and talk to him in the real world for some reason, instead of keep going into the palace until we hit the... Honestly, if they would have gotten rid of this segment where we had to pull out, and then go back and talk to him, and see this whole modeling thing with An, just so we can set up some weird perverted comedy. I mean, granted, I'm not saying I have an issue with weird perverted comedy. I love anime and everything, so it doesn't bother me necessarily. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it drags the story along, kind of like I'm doing with this rant here, and I apologize for that, but it could have been handled so much. The flow could have been so much better in this one. This segment just seems, again, it's so choppy, it feels so long. The characters that are introduced in this one really aren't that fun. This is what I'm trying to say about this being the weakest segment of this game. It's like I said, it gets in its own way. I think they were trying to do a little too much here. Sorry. I know, I've been trying to... This has been what that entire point for the last, like, 15 minutes has all been kind of leading up to. Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? I'm not sure anymore. What are you bringing this up for? According to Kitagawa, Madarame isn't a problem. Is something wrong? Yeah, a little. I mean, I know Madarame is a bad person, but still... Maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. Yeah, I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. This might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is there really a point in us stepping in? Well, you got a point. So we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame is worth going after or not? I don't know. If it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Yeah, let's see how he feels. Yeah, I guess we could talk some more after that. Okay, let's meet in Shibuya after school tomorrow. Sorry if you noticed that cut there. I just wanted to go grab a water. I've been getting really, like, just dry mouth lately.
Yo.
Hey, it's me. I just can't forgive Madarame, but what An said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs? Probably. Yeah, I knew it. It ain't like that. It ain't like he thinks it is. Pisses me off just thinking about it. Good people have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick. I'm not wrong, am I? Yeah, we'll take him down. Don't tell An I called you, by the way. Seriously, we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him, still waiting for his response. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though. Again, you're a model. Whatever. Cover yourself in paint. Can you at least try to take this seriously? No. Look, you don't gotta go all out for this. You're only doing it so we can get dirt on Madarame, remember? That is true. It sounded like Kitagawa-kun wants this to be a private picture of his, though. Well, I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again.
Hey!
I got a response from Kitagawa-kun. He said he wants me to come over after school today. Perfect. He probably changed his plans immediately just so he could get you over there. We need to find out from Kitagawa if what we saw in the palace was true. Hey, quiet down. It's the student council. It's that student council president. Fuck me. I cannot say that word. Again, I still don't get why we have to go confirm this with Kitagawa, because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what we're seeing in the palace is the owner of the palace's distorted desires. We know through the metaverse fuck it, I can't speak. We know from the metanav that it is Madarame's palace. We know these are basically what he thinks about things. We've seen his distorted desire. We know that he's doing this. Let's stop him. Under our doctrine, our logic that we're trying to stop these shitty adults who are taking advantage of people. We don't need, they're acting like this is some moral. Oh, we need Kitagawa. We need to know that this is all true, that he's hurting people. Why? Let's just go for it. That's probably my biggest thing about this segment. It makes no sense to me. Excuse me, sorry.
Come on, man.
Yikes, she got a hold of Mishima today. It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up. Okay, see you later.
Alright!
They finally landed a big target. Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame. But man, Han's late.
Sorry.
I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed. Thinking about what?
Hey.
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame? I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame has something on him. Yeah, that's weird. Or he's trying to protect... What, isn't the term cognitive dissonance? I'm mistaking this word with something else, but it's... He wants to see him as a teacher, as somebody who's helping him so hard he's not seeing the abuse that is being inflicted upon him, the way that he's truly treated. He's almost justifying it in his mind. I know there's a psychological term for it. There's whatever, what is it? It's Stockholm syndrome, where you start to identify with your captor. Isn't that what it is? Like some form of that. Yusuke sees that, he owes Madarame for as he put it, taking him in, giving him a place to go when there was nowhere, and then teaching him to be this artist. So he feels like he owes him and everything, and that all this harsh treatment or whatever, it's not abuse, it's trials and tribulations that he needs to go through to become a great artist or whatever. I know I'm using pop psychology and shit that I could learn off of TV, but again, that's basically what's going on here. He's not protecting him through some, I think what he's doing is good. No, it's clear that he's protecting him out of what feels like an obligation.
Wait.
But that's why we're gonna go check it out, right? You ready to be a model? Yeah, I'm prepared. What do you mean prepared? Prepared for what? Something seemed different about her to you? Yeah, did she cut her bangs?
Whoa!
I didn't cut them. Huh? Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke. Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Is that, not slightly, you know, insulting?
Huh?
Is there a problem?
You know, at least we know he's not gonna go full-blown Titanic. You know, oh, I must paint you.
No, not really.
Well then, let's get started.
Hey. Kitagawa?
You hear her?
It's no use.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
How were we supposed to know this was gonna happen? Guess we just gotta wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Who do you think you're talking to? This is too boring, so I'm going to scout around a bit.
You know, I was about to say, because we know when Morgana's talking to them, it just sounds like a cat meowing. Wouldn't Yusuke notice that? But I guess at the same time, we've also, you know, they did a good job there setting it up that he's so engrossed in his work that he completely misses it. So, yeah, you know what? I give him a pass. That's weird how flashy that door is. And is that a lock? Door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
Are you done?
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Oh, hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
4?
I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today.
It's about those rumors regarding your sense.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude, still.
Kitagawa-kun.
Then why are you sticking around? All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me. I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that?
Well, I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just, it's again, it's what I mentioned earlier. Are you supporting him because you actually want to help support the person who's supported you, or has he almost brainwashed you into thinking that that's your role as his student? Which I have a feeling it's number 2.
Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey!
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
Ryuji,
Just say
stop
fuck,
it.
Ryuji. Just say it.
Calm down, okay?
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think that there's an F word actually used in this game.
Report you, but only under one condition.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me...
And we're going full Titanic.
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever!
What?
Nude?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model.
And see, this is where we get into that perverted comedy thing that I was talking about. And you know what? What I actually think makes this even better is the fact that I don't think Yusuke, given his character, I don't think he sees the sexual nature of this. I think he sees this as high art, not anything perverted or whatever. You know, it's one of the, you know, have you ever heard something being described as a tasteful nude? You know, something like that.
Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right?
It's generally what that word means.
Escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
Because we needed a comedic moment.
But that's...
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely. I should buy more art supplies.
Will you give me a second here?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I made a joke in my head, and oh my god. I was about to say, what, is it going to go stock up on Areola Pink? Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry, that's way funnier in my brain than it is actually out loud. I get it. You want to call me a disgusting person? I get it. Oh my god, that just popped into my brain, and just, oh man, I almost pissed myself.
Of course. I'm willing to wait.
Yes, I can make myself laugh like that. Just leave me alone, people.
I'll make time according to your plans, but please come before the exhibit ends.
No, that's not what I mean! Why are you not listening?
Sensei will be returning home soon. We're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No, no, no! We are not done talking here!
Hey, what should we do?
Yeah, for now we kind of have to leave.
Yeah, damn it. He got us good this time.
Don't give up so easily!
Huh? Is she done being a model?
A cat?
You moron!
He's totally out of his mind! I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up!
How dare that, Yusuke?
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi but full on nude.
I'm gonna spit out my drink.
Full nudity? Lady Ann's gonna...
Drop it!
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Yes!
Then, Lady Ann, you're fine with bearing it all?
Again, one, I find this entire situation, I still find this funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it's juvenile. I still find it funny. But yes, you still, by your own, again, by the Phantom Thieves kind of like ethos or, fucking, I can't think of another word. I go from saying my vocabulary is pretty good to being able to just be a stammering moron. I know, that's kind of the, I run the gambit here. But that's kind of like your reason for being, you say you wanted to get back at those shitty adults. Again, I mentioned this earlier. Want to get back at those shitty adults. You know he's abusing people, and you're just like, well, one of them seems to think it's okay because, again, it's like I said with all that pop psychology shit that he's justifying it in his head just because he says it's okay. Well, should we really do something? Yes! By your own, like, moral code, you should.
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave it be because you've endured a lot yourself with Kamoshida.
See, I think, and I know I keep going off on tangents here, but I think the point of this whole conversation and everything, I think they're trying to get a little deep. They're trying to explore the idea of, well, what if what we're doing isn't necessarily right? You know, what if we're changing people that don't necessarily need to be changed? Yet maybe they have these distorted desires, but does that necessarily make them a bad person? That's an interesting idea. That's an interesting concept to really delve into in this game. The problem is, again, it almost feels unnecessary. Again, with the way the entire thing with Kamoshida is set up, the way they've really built Madarame. He's clearly a bad person. He's clearly the kind of person, kind of like, again, like Kamoshida, that we would need to go after in the context of the game. But they're trying this sort of moral conflict would almost work better with an enemy or a villain or whatever that's more gray area. Well, Madarame is clearly a shitbag. That's I think my big thing here. It just seems like it seems like the obvious thing that it's obviously taking us in one direction, but then it's trying to tap the brakes and say, well, what if when it's not needed. It just, like I said, it bogs down the plot.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame is the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too, before he ends up like us.
Right.
We need to look into Madarame first.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet, too.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling. Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece.
Probably beatings.
Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
Does that mean the whole country's gonna see you nude?
Very good, Ryuji. You're drawing 2 and 2 together.
What? Are you saying I'm... no, I mean, that's not what this is about.
I do love some of the dialogue options here.
No matter what, before his exhibit ends.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so... where to meet up? Let's see. I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work. It's near Madarame.
Changing our hideout periodically, huh? That's a plan I don't mind backing.
Hey, can I talk to you kids for...
Huh?
From the looks of things, you don't seem like the ordinary stalking fans. Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils. There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that? I see.
You know, I think a lot of these JRPGs kind of give you these
proof of abuse.
Give you those dialogue options for the main character, and really, I've noticed this a lot in Fire Emblem too. A lot of times it's inconsequential. It doesn't really change a lot. I mean, yeah, you'll get some different responses, but for the most part, it's you know, it's almost pointless dialogue. You see a similar thing in this game a lot of times. Yeah, it's still...
If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here? See you then.
You know what I mean? It still is kind of pointless. You know, it's like that response to on or whatever. It doesn't change the path of the narrative. Though I do respect the creators here because they at least made the responses to the dialogue entertaining. Because a lot of times, it's like I said, both options are just basically two forms of the same answer. But with this game, they still maybe have those two answers that are kind of the same, but then they have that third one that's more comedic, or that just kind of gives you a little extra something. You know, it's like when you button mash on top of Morgana's head.
Actually,
Someone who received change of heart contacted me on the fan site, says he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart. For the change of heart, you're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person, and that it might complicate things if you posted the name online. I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara. That's Madarame's student. I told him to approach you. Good luck. I found out something insane about Madarame. Sounds like a student of his offed himself when he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work. That journalist was looking into Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died though. No one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. I wonder if Kitagawa-kun has heard anything. It'd be great if he could help us out. Ain't that asking a bit much? After today, he's probably gonna be on edge about us. Well, anyway, Madarame's still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. It'll be our first time at the new hideout. It's the passageway in Shibuya, right? Got it. See you guys tomorrow. If the rumor Ryuji just spoke of is true, there have to be other victims. And again, we gotta go to sleep just to advance the day.
Well then.
Starting today, our new hideout is the walkway in Shibuya. Speaking of Shibuya, didn't Mishima say Nakanohara would be there now too?
Yo.
We're about to head to the hideout too. Who's that? Excuse me. That's Nakanohara. Mishima told us to meet him here in Shibuya today. For real? My name is Nakanohara. Natsuhiko Nakanohara, the one who was posted about on the Phantom Aficionado website. He seems pretty nice, doesn't seem like the stalker type. I think the change of heart must have worked. The administrator of the website contacted me. They told me to look for someone in a Shujin uniform with a cat. So, what do you want? You may have already heard, but there is someone I wish to trigger a change of heart in. An artist by the name of Madarame.
Hey.
Oh, you think this is it? Is the pupil gonna confess his master's secrets? His shadow did mention Madarame as well. I'm one of Madarame's former pupils. He gave me lodging at his home where I thought only about art. I genuinely wanted to become an artist. There was another pupil as well, a very talented man, multiple years my senior. Obviously, Madarame kept tabs on him. Everything he made was claimed as a Madarame original. He wasn't even the only victim, though. Alright, we got some real proof of the plagiarism. In response to Madarame's actions, that senior pupil committed suicide. Suicide? He must have been unable to bear seeing his work praised under Madarame's name. That was when I disobeyed Madarame's pleas and left, but he quickly pressured other parts of the art world and my life as a painter was destroyed. I tried to turn over a new leaf working in a ward office, but it was no use. My attachment to art warped my emotion. Soon I began getting attached to everything. In the end, I even turned into a stalker. I'd like to ask again, please make Madarame have a change of heart. Not only for me, it's to save the life of another man as well. Even now, there's still one young man remaining under Madarame's tutelage. I think he's about your age. That has to be Yusuke. Not only is he a talented artist, he also owes Madarame for taking him in after his mother passed. He is the perfect target. So Yusuke's got no choice but to listen. It's what I've been saying. It's obvious. I actually spoke to him a few times back when I was still living at Madarame's. I asked him if he found it painful to stay with Madarame, and do you know what he said? If I could leave, I would. Kitagawa-kun. I have no right to say that given my prior cowardice, but I don't want to see another suicide. I'd like to find a way to save this young man. He has a bright future ahead of him. Please consider that when thinking about changing Madarame's heart.
Hey.
We've been asked to act directly on behalf of one of Madarame's victims. It sounds like we don't have the time to deliberate whether or not to change Madarame's heart. Hell yeah. Madarame's just a piece of shit who preys on the weak. Suicide. I'll never let something like that happen. Plus, we finally get to hear how Kitagawa-kun really feels. Well, since we've reached a unanimous decision, how about we continue this at our new hideout? And again, this is something that I notice a lot in anime and manga and everything, that a lot of times characters...
Welcome to our new hideout.
That characters can't draw the obvious conclusion.
Madarame. We all saw that palace. We'll pay dearly if we assume it's just going to be like the last one. And furthermore, Lady Ann's chastity is on the line.
Really? I don't think that's technically true, but maybe modesty, but whatever.
What?
We'll need to do what we did with Kamoshida. First, we secure an infiltration route in the palace. After that, we send our calling card. Once the treasure has materialized, we steal it.
Oh, I got a question. Madarame doesn't know that we were doing stuff in the palace yet? Why are we already getting treated like criminals in there?
You're learning, Ryuji. Well done. It must be because he doesn't trust anyone. Any unknown person may as well be an enemy.
Or maybe he's just super salty from all those rumors that have been spreading about him.
Then his palace being so crazy had nothing to do with us?
Either way, we should stay on our best behavior. It'll be harder for us to steal the treasure if we needlessly increase the security level.
We need to be careful of Kitagawa-kun this time too. I'm sure that whatever he sees will just get passed on to Madarame.
That's right.
Hey, what is Madarame's treasure going to look like anyway? Another crown?
I doubt that. But my sixth sense will know when I see it.
Oh yeah, you go completely nuts, huh?
Our time limit is when the exhibit ends, right? That means June 5th.
We'll carry out the plan after we've sent out the calling card. So our infiltration route will need to be set in stone 2 days prior on June 2nd.
Now listen here. We can't mess this up, no matter what!
But not finishing that point I was getting to a little bit before that cutscene. Like I was saying, a lot of anime and manga have this problem where the characters just do not draw the obvious conclusion. It's like I said, it's clear that what was going on between Madarame and Yusuke. And again, I'm not even talking about. Did I say explore mementos? Oops, infiltrate the palace. I made the wrong choice. What was I saying? God damn it, I lost my train of thought. No, I mean, even what our characters know, you know, through context clues, through dialogue and everything. You know, I mean, I can understand sometimes in shows or whatever, we see the what's my Persona count look like right now? Okay. You know, I understand that sometimes in animes, you know, we see things through an omniscient perspective. But even then, sometimes when you look at it from what the characters themselves have to know, again, like I said, our heroes here know a lot already about the way Yusuke thinks, what's going on, just through the dialogue. It's pretty obvious to draw that conclusion that Yusuke isn't necessarily loyal to Madarame because of respect or anything. It's clearly, it's like I said, Stockholm Syndrome. It's almost, he's justified the treatment.
I have something.
You know, all that pop, like I said, pop psych stuff that I was talking about earlier.
Whoa!
Wait, Joker. An infrared laser device. If we touch that, security will increase. Hold on, there wasn't anything like this last time, though. The rumors might slowly be making Madarame more wary of us. Joker, they're not easy to see, but you should be able to do it with your skills. Be careful. Or you can just sprint at him, and he'll automatically react. Words are very hard for me.
Show me your true form.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's just, clearly, there was, you know what I mean? Clearly, we knew what was going on with Yusuke. It's just our characters refused to see it. And it annoys me that we needed to have that scene with Nakanohara to drive us forward. It's just, yeah, it's just, I never bleed or cry. Yeah, like what kind of girls we like. So what? Should I say I liked older women? I don't know.
Let's pull back for now.
What was I saying? No, again, it's what I'm saying. Again, it's just, I almost feel that this sort of area of this area of you know, is it a good idea to target Madarame? Is it a bad idea to target Madarame? You know, the whole kind of questioning the morality of what we're doing would make more sense with a more kind of a gray area sort of target. But in a way, I think that's kind of what they wanted to do here, but at the same time, they had to give you this kind of black and white, obviously he's the enemy, we have to go after him sort of thing. It just, I feel like we're getting mixed signals, and like I said, it drags the plot down. It just slows it down so much. So you want to talk, we don't know each other very well, hey, there's no need for all this, right? Let's just drop the drama and just get something to eat. The thought has crossed your mind, hasn't it? Come on, where would you take me? Yeah, busy ramen joint. At any rate, even I have to say this is a pitiful mess. I wonder if it's about time I quit this job.
Yes.
And they remember something. It's Huapo. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
All right. I can feel it. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Show me your true form.
Okay, Apsaris.
That should have done it. This one's weak to electricity.
Thought so.
Persona! Okay.
Pass the baton
Let's
and
go.
follow up.
Oh, crap. I don't have a persona that knows any of those skills. That's
Ravage them!
a bad move on my part.
All right.
Apsaris speaks. Talk. Give me money. I do not want you back on my team. Mostly because I have plenty of ice skills.
Nice work, team.
Okay. I'll reveal your true form.
Now's our chance to strike. Go. It's almost scary how good I am. Persona! Zoro! It's almost
Serves you
scary
right.
how good I am.
Are you a human? If you are, then you understand me right. Alright, let's calm down and talk. Take a deep breath, listen well. What if I was a human? What you'd be doing is a criminal act. Yeah, that's true. Hold on, see, you got the wrong idea. I don't hate you. No, I don't feel that way at all. Ah, crap.
You. Sora, Mike! It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am.
Try this again. Understand me. Blah, blah, blah.
Surprising.
Overconfident. I'm curious. Has it feel the way of a gun in your hand? Completely lost the will to fight. Damn it.
Now's the time to retreat.
Okay. I can feel it.
Grab that just for fun.
I have something.
Go, open that door.
I can see it.
Hey,
We'll be in unknown territory once you go past here, right? The security will probably get a little more fierce as well. Make sure you don't touch anything or run into any of the displays, alright? What are you looking at me for? Alright, looks like we hit our first save room. Let's make a note of this place so we can come back here later. Alright, speaking of which, I think we're at that time. I think it's about time we close this one out. We're going to continue on with our infiltration of the museum. If I can get there, we might be able to get all the way up to the... I'm going to call it the halfway point. Whatever the point is where we can start to recruit Yusuke in the next video. Either way, guys, I want to say as always, thank you so much for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links, that stuff is down in the description below. I keep forgetting to mention, also, if you're on YouTube, the link to the BitChute channel is also down in the description. I always link that just in the event we have any issues over here on YouTube. They just decide to purge smaller channels. They have a problem with me using all the curse words that I do, whatever. Like I said, I upload not everything on the channel goes over onto BitChute. It's basic. I think it was every new series since I played Death Stranding has been is up on BitChute. So this series, some of the Fire Emblem stuff, or at least the Golden Deer playthrough is up. The Black Eagles is only on YouTube, just because again it's just moving everything over. It's just I've got so much stuff over on the YouTube channel. Moving everything over is just a little implausible. Either way, this outro, which I meant to be shorter, is now just going on too long. Basically, what I'm saying is, in the event that anything ever happens to the YouTube channel, we do have a BitChute alternative. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're over on BitChute, all the social media is in the About section of the channel. Go give me a follow or whatever, because generally, if I have announcements or whatever, I put them out. Twitter is probably the best place to get most of my announcements. Facebook's just your simple... here's my uploads and everything. So, alright, I've talked long enough. I don't know why I keep going on and on. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, my name's AJ Gales. This is Sound for That Gaming channel. Like, comment, not already, please subscribe to the channel. Forgot to mention that. I'm out.